there, behind the pillar! Get this robotic thing away from me! Yeah, I'll very quickly run through what was said. He's the merchant, he's trapped here, he's depressed as shit. He can 1-for-1 trade you items with a red aura, except for the pickaxe, which will be spoken about within a couple seconds. You're surrounded by clay golems that can only say the word clay, and only seem to trade in things that are clay. You haven't been up to the northern section yet, but you've come from the south on down the magic path. The items you can trade are any items that were on the screen at the time that had a red circle on them when you picked it up. Yeah, and that includes the magical timekeeping device. Last thing the merchant said to you before we ended was that he asked in a very depressed voice if you had any fish, and that's where we left off.
If I remember correctly, we need the lantern. We need to fix the lantern to take it to the tree lady. Yeah, so the dryad of the grove has told you that if you can fix the lantern to give the magical light in the area, it's recommenced. She'll hand you a dryad flute, which you then may use it for something. I don't know what, but you could use it possibly for something.
In the monkey area.
Well, I mean, that's possible. You could do that.
Oh, because she said there was a song that she could teach.
Yeah, no, she can't teach you. She's not good at teaching people, but she could give it to you. Mitch, what are you looking at over there?
I think he's pointing out the fact that has a musical note on it.
It does indeed have. Yeah, you're not wrong. That does appear to be a musical notation book.
So what?
Yep. And this is a
Glove?
It's just a chain.
That is a dog lead.
Lovely. So we've already a dog lead and a dog collar. That is probably a music book of how to learn how to do this thing. And what was this?
That is a pair of necromantic needles. So they are sewing needles that appear to be necromantically charged.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you'll do with that yet, so...
So you're going to go up to the northern area? The next screen?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Excuse me. I gotta get back to the old narration swing.
I believe it's this one. They changed the icon. Is this the voice?
It is.
Yeah.
Very good. Stepping away from the bustling market square, you find yourself suddenly transported to a tranquil valley bathed in a soft light of dusk. However, the peaceful scene is interrupted by a striking light. A giant purple meteor embedded in the earth, its surface shimmering with pulsating waves of magical energy. The impact has left a large, deep groove in the ground, marking the path of its descent with an ominous scar.
So yeah, free movement. Let me know if you want to do anything, touch anything.
I want to lick the meteor.
Do you want to lick the meteor?
Yes.
Okay, can I get you to roll a Constitution saving throw when you do so?
Please, no. 20 on the first.
We'll take the first one, yeah, 20.
As the party sees the meteor landed deeply in the scar of the earth, they see Kreekrug run towards it at top speed, tail just behind by his clone. He then pulls out his long, tasty kobold tongue and takes a large lick. You watch as his body jerks with electricity. He appears to stand up straight and fall back over. He then gets up, rubbing his head a little bit.
When you did lick it, Blake, you saw a sort of a vision.
God.
So you had a sort of experience where you witnessed 10,000 years of time all in 1 second.
Oh.
You saw the world that this rock was from was destroyed by some kind of magical blast. It then traveled for 10,000 years and then ended up in this location. So you're coming to grips. You're kind of tethering yourself back into the current timeline.
I lived those 10,000.
Yes, you lived the 10,000 years in your mind.
Of just nothing but space travel?
Yeah, basically a very boring space travel, yes. So you all see Kreekrug kind of rubbing his head and he looks spaced the fuck out.
Is the meteorite like fully intact or are there any fragments broken off?
Can I get you to roll an investigation check, please? Is that a 22?
It is indeed a 22.
Trixie begins searching around for fragments of the meteor. However, it appears that any fragments that she can find are created from the destroyed trees around the area. It appears the meteor, in its majority, has stayed intact upon its large impact.
So it appears that the meteor's constitution is so strong that even landing in from a different atmosphere, it has stayed intact entirely.
Only a diamond pickaxe could breach this.
It might take you a while to mine this, as it says in Gatekeeper. You did also roll a 22, so I'll give this little bit of impact as well. You do notice as well that although a lot of the trees have been knocked down, some of the trees closest to some of the trees closest still being bathed in the light appear to be growing a little bit taller than the rest of the ones in the forest area.
So the trees that weren't knocked aside.
The trees that have not been knocked over and have the light being gone on them appear to be growing at quite a fast rate.
Do we have any of those trees on this map?
None similar to the bushes that you have seen, no. Just imagine standard, like, pine trees, essentially.
So the lantern, correct me if I'm wrong, currently is broken in terms of the glass itself. And
So the frame construction has been repaired by the spamming of the mending spell.
okay, so we did repair that.
Yes, but it has no source in it to generate a light. So you need something that generates a light that affects plants. And you'd also need some form of glass to kind of refract that light in the area to bathe the trees in a targeted glow, essentially.
We need to go south 4 times. 1, 2, 3 times.
Do you want to go back to map room?
I think we need to go back to map room and go to the south route we haven't gone yet.
We haven't gone down Ghost?
Ghost.
Correct. You have not gone down the ghost ice.
Did we go down question mark?
So you've question marks
Dryad.
is Dryad, yeah. Just you haven't been on this page since. Okay, so are we going down the frost path?
Yeah, go down
Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, go wait for Tom.
Don't wait for Tom. Yes, sir. Oh, Captain, my captain.
Traversing the icy labyrinth of the cave, each step echoes against the smooth, frozen walls, sending shivers down your spine as you navigate the treacherous terrain. Emerging from the icy depths, you find yourself in a clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. Before you stands a ring of towering stones, their ancient forms weathered and marked with strange runes that seem to shimmer with otherworldly energy. At the center of this Stonehenge, pulsating hum. Pulsating? Why is that highlighted in green? What the fuck? Pulsating portal hums with power. I'll transfer you over. I don't know why I 1 sec. Got the voice on.
Like on Word where you highlight something, I highlighted it like bright lime green, so I couldn't read what it said. Put yourself on the southern part of the map. Okay, what do you want to do? There is this Stonehenge with a mystical portal of
Can someone
crackling in
quickly
it.
explain what happened while I was going through?
We came here.
Yeah, so they went north. There was the thing. I don't know. I don't remember when you left. That's what's going to make it hard. When did you leave?
Hey, I'm level doing
Kreekrug and
Oh, we
Lick's
left.
down.
I was like, oh.
Oh, he saw 1,000-year space travel of the meteorite.
And then yeah, you don't know that. You then the group saw that the light was growing the trees, and the consensus was to go look at the other path no one had been down yet to see what's going on down there.
Okay.
So this is the way this path leads.
I would like to walk the warden here.
Trixie orders the warden to march forward towards the portal. As the warden gets close, a small whispering voice can be heard, but not really understood. The voice appears to sound even louder and angry. Although you can't understand what it's saying from where you are, the warden seems perplexed.
I'm gonna move here.
As Trixie walks closer and closer towards the ring, she begins to hear a sound.
Imagine this like slowly coming into hearing range for you, Trixie. What did I say? It won't do. You're not dead. Go away. And that appears to be emanating from the portal in the middle.
Hello?
You there, behind the pillar! Get this robotic thing away from me! Good! Now you get away from me! You can no longer hear any voices. You take a step forwards.
Yeah.
What did I say? Get away!
Why?
Do you look dead?
Not last I checked.
Then you're not welcome here!
Where is here?
Afterlife?
Alright.
Bloody living? You got ears for nothing?
I guess all we can see is Caleb.
Yeah, no, you just see Trixie walking up, talking presumably to herself and looking very, very confused.
So who are you?
My God, I'm the doorkeeper to the afterlife. What do you think I am?
Well, you know, this is the first time
I'm
I'm
sitting
here.
right
I'm
behind
inquisitive. I don't know what's going on.
I walk up to Mitch. I think she's lost it.
As you say that, so Kreekrug walks up. What are you doing, Blake? Sorry?
I'm just standing right there. Do I hear anything?
Where you are, you hear a very mild, slightly deafened whisper, but like you can't really understand what it's saying.
Trixie. Who are you talking to?
Take one step forwards.
She's gone mad.
Kreekrug,
You're damn right she's gone mad trying to enter the afterlife. So you took the step forwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear that tail end of that sentence as you walk in.
Oh, good heavens!
Wrong place, not heaven!
I walk my clone 2 steps forward.
It doesn't seem to really notice the clone or react in any reasonable way. It appears to just kind of not notice it. You'll notice every time the light is speaking, it kind of flickers and glows a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna take 1 more step.
Back off!
And then I'm gonna get my clone to go in.
Very good. Let me describe this.
As Kreekrug edges ever slowly towards the portal of the afterlife and sends his clone in, the clone begins running frantically towards the portal. Once it passes the threshold of the obelisks, however, it begins to slowly decay, and what appears to be a simulation of its bones and skin turn to dust and fade away, evaporating it from life.
The clone disappears as if it was a human person being disintegrated by Thanos.
right?
I'm no expert, but that looks like it would have hurt.
Yes, dying does have that effect!
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave.
Ta-ta, farewell! As you walk away. And although it does not have any eyes, Caleb, it does appear as if Trixie can feel a large, looming presence staring directly at her. Follow your friend's lead, eh?
What happens if someone dead passes the threshold? Someone pre-dead.
Stop etching.
Pre-dead as opposed to post-dead.
Pre-dead as opposed to post-dead.
Yeah.
Look at us, we've got a philosopher over here.
Things are happening in the mines. I'm not.
Well, what happens?
I don't understand your reasoning. What do you mean pre or post-dead?
Like a ghost or a skeleton.
Oh, a ghost is much welcome in the afterlife. That's what we're here for. Only the best service for the right clientele.
How do you feel about dogs?
Is the dog dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome as ever.
Alright,
Cool
so we bring
beans.
the dog here. If we bring the dog here, do we reckon we get a fish?
By the way, Blake, as Kreekrug was walking back to get some distance, can I get you a roll perception check?
Yes. Are we in direct sunlight?
No.
Good. 20.
I'm gonna message you something.
Okay.
Do with that what you will.
Hey, Sam.
Where do I see that? Sorry, can you ping the way I see that?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Sam, can I ask you a question, from player to DM?
Of course.
If I was to walk forward, how would you role-play the new character?
What?
You wouldn't get one until this dungeon was finished. You could play a moth. You could fly around. If anyone dies in this dungeon, until this dungeon is finished, there's no replacements because it's too hard to work in.
Say, does anyone here know how to fish?
Trixie zooms over at the speed of light.
Well, you didn't respond to my question, so
I didn't hear your question. What was your question?
can I move here?
Of course.
Can I, snap a branch off the tree?
Of course.
I'm
Have a branch.
gonna g-
You do. Add that to your inventory.
Alright, I'm gonna pass the branch to the warden.
Yep.
I'm gonna to walk here with the branch stretched out into the abyss.
Of course.
What happens to the branch?
As the warden proceeds once again towards the ring of necromantic energy, Ravinia notices the voice beginning to scream, "Stand back!" Once the breach crosses the threshold, the branch appears to wither and decay, and the robot seems to get a lightning strike directly into its forehead.
That's just rude.
Can the robot please take 20 damage electricity?
Yep, fair play.
ask a question. Do you have a name, evil voice?
The gatekeeper!
So, is this the gate to heaven or to hell?
It's the gate to an afterlife. Heaven or hell.
Is it a nice afterlife?
Probably not.
It appears to mull it over for a bit. And it doesn't seem to answer your question. It leaves that lingering.
So is anyone good at fishing?
I would have fished at some point in my life.
It is entirely possible, since he comes from a swamp people, that Halkanov has some amount of resolve in fishing.
Because the voices that be tell me this is a great spot to fish. In fact, it's recommended.
Where's the water?
I want us to gatekeeper something.
I'm not a fisher.
Will this portal lead me to wealth, fame, and power?
There is hardly any wealth, fame, or power in here, lad, I'll tell you that.
Everything the world has to offer.
Everything the world has to offer after you've left the world.
No one
Where
has
did
a fishing rod.
Where we got
I mean, I could make a fishing rod.
I reckon we go back, we trade our time.
What is this fishing rod you speak of? Is this water here?
Where
No.
where's the fish?
There appears to be no water in this area.
There appears to be. I don't recall seeing water ever.
Well, I'm just saying that it says here that this is a great spot to fish, and I point at the little pillar.
Yeah, so Kreekrug points to a scrolling in a language that appears to be very grammatically lacking, is what I will describe it as, because no one else but Kreekrug understands the language. Trust me, I've checked multiple times.
Maybe this will make more sense later. I reckon let's go back to the trader and let's swap our timepiece for the dog leash.
I think we need something as well as the dog leash. Okay.
Well, we can only have one
Maybe
at a
we
time.
should get the dog leash and walk the dog here.
Yeah, but is the dog gonna leave the boy? Or do we need to bring the boy
Why
as
would that
well?
matter? He's on a
Where the
leash.
hell do we bring the boy?
Pick him
Well,
up.
let's go find out, Tom.
I kind of want to throw a rope into the portal of death.
Wait,
What?
small problem.
Well,
That's not-
let's put it this way. I stuck a tree in and it zapped the thing attached to the tree. So if you're going to throw a rope in, it's going to zap you straight down the rope.
We're
Well,
ignoring
ropes
the
don't-
small
I don't know
problem here.
ropes.
What's the small problem, Blake?
These are the trees.
How could you still talk to the dog?
If I had a nap, I could.
Well, we only have 3 hours left to tonight.
Damn, I checked the timepiece.
There's plenty of time for that.
How much time is on the timepiece?
Well, the way, as I said before, it does it in 6 hour increments. You're getting close to 1 6 hour being completed. It's been about 5 and a bit
So-
hours.
Do I
So we
reckon,
have 18 hours left.
One sec. Do I reckon 25% of our time is done?
You as a man who fervently believes there was only 4 hours.
We're talking about this, Trixie. 3 to 1. We
I
have
thought
1 hour
it
left.
was 6 hours. I thought
Yeah, so no, but say like it's definitely for you
Started.
been more than 2 hours. Even you know that.
Guys, we've got like 4 hours left. Can you believe we've only been here for 2 hours?
Y'all had the collective IQs.
How long does your
of a
nap
rat
have to be,
tail.
Halkadov? How long does your nap have to be?
Like a 6 hours of sleeping and 2 hours of light activities.
How very clinical.
Okay. Forget about it. We're dead.
Surrounded by imbeciles.
We're dead.
Probably-
Nothing we can do.
I could probably convince the dog without speaking to it to follow the lead. I'm sure I could do that.
I turned to the warden. I'm glad you're not special.
Go to the trader
The trader.
and trade our timepiece for the dog lead.
Very well. I teleport you to the rogue trader.
Meanwhile, in the sand seas.
Where is that boy? Jeremy! Where are you, Jeremy? Jeremy!
Ah! Fucking shit! Ah! My toe!
Stand at attention, man. We've got a lot to do today.
Sorry, Waller. What do you need from me?
The captain has been informed of a salvage opportunity deep in the sand sea. Get the boat ready to depart. We have a long day ahead of us manning the sails.
Right away, Waller. I'll be right there.
But first, please do clean that up, Jeremy.
Gee, a whole day man of the sails. This sure does beat being stuck in Frankstown.